happy today. I might be a minute or two um, early, but it feels like a minute or two early type of day. I got a lot of sleep. Um, there was an opportunity that uh, I got out. Had a date night, went out and kind of supported a local nonprofit and a good friend down at Project Hope, um, or Host. I don't know, Project Host. I don't know. It's the food pantry, and I don't know if it's a food pantry or not. I'm like all over the map here. It is a soup kitchen and a bakery. Do a lot of things for food insecurity in the Greenville area. So had an opportunity to support that yesterday, and I got back to the house, and it's like I don't know if you've ever had those moments where you were like, "There's like no reason for me to stay up late." And it's like to stay up any longer than now, and it's like I'm gonna go to sleep. And so it was around 9 o'clock, and I went to sleep, and I woke up, this morning, a little earlier than normal, but the worst to wear. So good morning, happy today to you. This morning, I decided to pick three cards. I typically pick one card for this show, but I felt like I wanted three. So three. Um, my I am card is I am grateful. I am grateful. So we'll look at that today. And the you are card is you are brave. You are brave. And I think this is the card of the week, because I think four out of the at least four times this week I've picked this card. That before I formed you in the womb, I knew you, from Jeremiah 1:5. So this has definitely been a spiritual week for me. Um, it's kind of funny. I felt I wanted to wear my sweater and my shirt. So another look other than the hoodie, so you can see that it's a different it's a different day. That's the other thing that I'm going to do next week. I guess starting today, after um, after the conversation, after the thing, I am going to go in and make the changes to what I talked about. So to help people, there were a couple people that mentioned that they haven't been able to watch some of the things, and some of the things that they've ever able to watch, they felt that they have to go through all of them because all of them say the same description, and that's not the truth. But it's kind of the truth, but it's not. So I'm going to do some things to help you um, watch or kind of participate and be a part of this. So yeah, so that's coming. The word today on One More Conversations is shenanigans, and it's kind of it's something that it's come up a lot for me, and just a number of people have talked about shenanigans and kind of as a descriptor of kind of having fun and kind of doing something out of the norm. Um, and the person that I can't remember her name. Um, it's on the advertisement for the day, but the person that I'm going to talk to today, um, when she signed up to be, on the show about a month ago, there was this vibe to her that I was like, you know what? Um, when it's her turn to come up, the word is shenanigans, right? So we'll just kind of see how that goes. So, like I said, I hope I'm not, judging a book by the cover somebody's late to work, yeah, or just being a fool in the morning, right? So it's kind of interesting. I want to embrace my shenanigans, and sometimes being the straight laced person, um, you know, having chocolate ice cream is shenanigans for me, right? Right? I'm a vanilla ice cream type of person, so anything out of the ordinary of ginger ale and vanilla and ice cream is you know kind of crazy. Um, so it'll be fun to have that conversation today. The Really, there's been a lot of political stuff happening, and as we can see, good morning, Dalila, again. Um, but there's been a lot of things that I want to comment on, but I don't want to comment on. So it's like, so what do we do with that? So it's nothing that will kind of dictate my day, but it's something that I want to be able to not shy away from. I don't know if any of you guys read the um, the article that I did. I think it was why I almost ran for president of the United States. That's a good read. So it's on my feed. I've shared it on some social media things. So read it, and I think there's some other things that I'm going to say, about that, because I felt like I tried to say everything in the one thing, and I was like, nope, I'll just do it in a series. So there's some other things that I'm going to say in there about the political system and all that other kind of stuff. So it's great. But when I look at today, how I can have a happy today by you are brave, I'm grateful, and the recognition that God divine knew me before all of this. And the more that I embrace that newness, the more that I'll be able um, to really be focused. So uh, it's like, what do I have to be brave about today? You know, sometimes there's this question about being brave and having courage and all that other kind of stuff. And sometimes I just really I want to step into that, and I don't know what that means, what that looks like. And so, but their recognition, or am I going to embrace that? Am I going to look for opportunities to be brave today? I say, yeah, I can try that on. I feel like I woke up today with a sense of, let's do this, whatever this is. Um, and, I'm going to be doing a number of things. One reason why I took a shower before um, the show. Most of the times I don't do that. I do that after this show and before my other show. It's kind of gets me up. But the fact that I was up a little earlier, I was able to do that, and so I got dressed. So this is I got dressed for the day. I have a meeting at 7:45 that I'm just going to be in. And really, the reason why I am wearing my beanie, my grateful beanie from Good Life Project, is because usually when I'm outside, if I cover my ears, it's like my head is hot. If my ears get cold, then my whole head is cold. I don't know if that's like that for everybody, but so because I had a cap on, and it was like, no, it's not helping. So I can just go from there. But really embracing that I am brave and I am grateful. I am grateful. Um, I'm grateful that the first thing that came to mind was that I have a sane mind, that I'm coherent, that I am, that I feel that my life is purpose, that I can do something. I'm grateful that I have friends, people that love me, people that listen to me. Um, Even though I felt that I had some challenging conversations this week, but it wasn't. Sometimes when I have challenging conversations, especially about things that I want to do, I will mm, I will go into a rabbit hole, or I'll go into a questioning of, okay, is this what I'm really doing? Is this that? Sorry, I left the screen. You're not supposed to do that, but yeah, there's this when in my cards went everywhere, so yeah, I'll have to be dealing with that. Um, but um, but yeah, and I don't know if the reason why when I was being challenged about what I believe, and I think I shared it on yesterday's show, um, that I was talking to someone and they made an observation, they had an opinion, they had some feedback, and I and I just kindly said, that's the truth, and it's not the truth, um, to just let them know that uh, you believe what you're saying, but doesn't mean that it's the truth, right? Type of thing. And the look on her face, um, like I called her a liar, and that's not what I was trying to do in that moment. But yeah, so it's like the nice guy label in me was like, oh crap, I have to clean this up, and I decided not to clean it up. So if I ever talk to her again, we will see, and if not, that's okay too. There's some people um, that I'm embracing that it is. Um, I don't want to say it's not time, but there's an awareness that they have, right? That they're willing to kind of be with, to kind of have a conversation, and um, I've kind of gotten to the place that um, if people don't get what I'm saying right now, if people don't have a listening for what I'm saying right now, and it has nothing to do with what I'm saying, it's more about their listening. Um, and so, um, yeah, I believe that there's a responsibility in my communication. However, I do not believe that there's a responsibility. It's my responsibility to have everybody get it. I can bring them to some level of understanding, and I think that's fair. But making sure that they understand fully exactly everything that I'm saying, and I can't move unless you get clear understanding. That's unrealistic, and I think that's a level of bravery, because there is there is this sense that there is this fear, because there's this story that people didn't get what I was saying. People don't understand me and all that other kind of stuff, and so I felt like I was a failure, and I was all this kind of crazy stuff. But it was, that was my reality. That's the reality that I created. um, and so now I still believe that I have important things to say, um, but I'm recognizing more that there is there is levels, and there is timing, there is opportunities, and yeah. um, I don't know if any of you got the opportunity to watch my weekly show, the weekly show that I have. I think I have two weekly shows, and one 5 day a week show and one 7 day a week show. So it's like So it's like definitely full of shows, conversations. So I hope they have value to your life. Um, but the healing conversations that I do with Sarah, it was a very good show last night. So if you on the Disconnect to Connect conversations page, I think I've shared it on my page too, but and on the YouTube page and the Facebook page, it would be a good listen. I've been going back and forth about shortening my time. My shows are doing it are kind of editing, so it's like two shows, type of things because 40 minutes is that a long time, 45 minutes, an hour is that a long time for people to give their. It's like you know you listen until you get value. There was I forget, I think it was Jared White actually, um, that said that to read or ingest something until you get one nugget, one takeaway point, and then put it in action. Um, and then if you want to go back to the book or the video or anything like that, that's great. It's there for you to, but don't get so caught up with reading it to the end, type of thing. And so that's how I would love for you to like listen and watch my shows to get like if there's one thing that you kind of get and kind of say, hey, this is of value. Let's take this and kind of go and kind of put it into action and put it into um, to practice and just kind of see how it makes a change. Um, Yeah, so but that the healing conversations, it's really I'm really starting to enjoy that show um, and to go from there. Um, yeah, it's it's going to be a happy today. I don't know about you, but there is this feeling, and I don't know if it's just that I got a lot of sleep. Sometimes that's all we need is to get some rest, have some be hydrated, um, and then you can go on. Um, so, uh, so yeah, so it is. It's yeah. So I'm excited about that. I just got the alert. I don't know if you heard it within the phone, but I just got an alert that my 7:45 meeting has been canceled or rescheduled or something. So I'll read that later. Um, but that means for me that after this conversation, what I'm making that mean is that after this show, I am able to really um, kind of stay in action, stay in movement. Um, and good morning, Melissa. And sometimes when things that are on my schedule kind of get shifted, I make it mean that, oh, I scheduled wrong and this is terrible and all that other kind of stuff. And it's like, no, what was meant to happen um, happened. And so, am I going to be up for it? Am I going to be ready? I am so grateful. I think that's the card that I picked today. That I'm grateful. I'm grateful to be able to be alert, to to just be in my day, to have people that are um, watching me, listening to me, see value in me. I think there's a balance of the appreciation of connection with people. I don't know if you also if you watched the show yesterday. I had two very good shows yesterday. The show, One More Conversation show, Loyal. Wow, that was finding out where your loyalties are, right? And first you have to be loyal to yourself. And for me, it was a hard thing to realize that I have been loyal to my ideas. I have been loyal to other people's ideas and other people's expectations of me, and not loyal to myself. And if you're not loyal to yourself, it can go sideways very quickly. And also, it goes sideways over a period of time. So years that you think that you're on a path of doing something, and it's not you. You're not loyal to yourself. And so, even though that there was a couple of technical challenges within there, I think it was great. I think the message was crystal clear that, find what we're loyal to and be loyal to yourself. Um, and and I think there was this other thing that was like, um, the white noise. You know how you can still hear the music, or how you can still sing your song, um, in the white noise. That was just like incredible stuff, because white noise, things come up. I mean, it's like today, my meeting, my plan. I had this great kind of plan, this kind of song, and that I am going to be so productive and all this other kind of stuff. That now that's a white noise. That's a disruption. That is something. So I can still sing my song. I can still sing my grateful song and show up in my work and just kind of do that. Melissa, I just I appreciate that you're on and you're like engaged, and because of my reading and just kind of, I guess, my seeing and want to be present, I I just appreciate your messages. After the broadcast, I think that's why we just need to be on the show together. That's like, so it's like, so I can hear your thoughts in real time, um, to get the gems that you share. I think the one thing that I really am grateful for is that the people that I'm connected to, um, because I really believe that I'm connected to them now for a reason, and it's like this balance of appreciation and gratitude, and not overplaying the hand, because there are some I've realized, and this is where I'm going with this, is that there have been so many, because I probably need to start advertising this, but probably in a week or two, I will reach 200 episodes. Boom, right? I will reach 200 episodes, and so I'm going to celebrate that, and kind of, hopefully I'll sell some books and kind of get more followers and all that other kind of stuff. But um, there is just so many people that I've been having conversations with, and so many things that I've been learning about myself and other people, that I am so grateful for, and I just want to like have them on all the time. And Melissa is one of those people that was in the comments of another show that I watch. Let's talk about it. That is on the Empowerment Duo um, page, and the Empowerment Network, that I'm a content provider for that. But I knew from the level of engagement and support, that it's like, hey, I need someone like that. I would love to have someone like that listen to what I'm doing. And Melissa, you have just been such a resource and encouragement for me to just kind of show up, for me to be consistent to this voice, to be consistent um, to the shows, and to consistent to the people that are around me. And I think the level of gratitude of the people that encourage you to show up and be yourself, it's just priceless. And so yeah, I'm just so honored to not just selling my books, or the shows that people are listening to, but just be willing to just share not what just on my heart, but what I believe that um, be brave enough to share what I feel led to share now. So that will bring me to my prayer. I'm a little bit over, but I started a couple of minutes earlier, so it's probably at the same time. But my prayer for us today. So as this day continues, it is my prayer that we discover um, places where we're grateful and just share that. Share that out loud with ourselves and the people that we have the level of gratitude. Discover the places that we are brave, or that we need to be brave, or that we want to be brave, and just um, use the connections that we have to that encourage us to be brave in those moments, and just really discover the unique you, the you that was known before the foundations of this world, this awareness of this world, and before you were in the womb, before all of these labels, that you. Because the more that we embrace that you, the more that we can really be our unique expression of God. And yeah, that's that's my prayer for today. And I invite you to be on One Word Conversations today at 11, and our word is shenanigans. So, and just kind of see how that shows up, and hopefully you'll have a happy shenanigans type of day, and whatever that means. I think for me, in order for me to have shenanigans in my day, there has to be some bravery. I have to be brave within that. So happy today to you. Be blessed. It is my prayer. It is my thing that I learned this week, that I will bring your past and your future together, and be present to what's present to you today, so you can have your happy today. Blessings.